me clearly, America is not a racist country.
Okay, this is a former police officer. He was hired, and as soon as he walked in and they saw he had locks, they forced him to cut his locks before he could do his job. And this is in South Fulton, Georgia. Well, what this police department did was break the law because South Fulton, the city, adopted the Crown Act back in November of 2020. So he should never have been forced to cut his locks off at all. But when do these folks care about following laws? I mean, this is how it's been in this country the entire time. But they'll get in your face preaching about you breaking the law, and at the same time, they fail to follow laws. So this is Milton Myrie, and he was stripped from his right to wear his hair, which was a natural hairstyle, as he pleased. So he is no longer on the South Fulton Police Department, and he is suing. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
Fulton police officer says he was discriminated against and was forced to cut off his locks. He's now suing. Channel 2's Audrey Washington live at the City of South Fulton Police Department. And Audrey, the officer's attorney, believes the city violated the Crown Act.
And you know, the Crown Act is designed to protect people with natural hairstyles from discrimination. I just want to show you real quickly, Linda, what we're talking about. This right here are hair locks, a very popular style. And the attorney told me that while that officer walked inside of the South Fulton Police Department, he was discriminated against, and now they are suing the city.
It was not an easy decision for him to cut his locks.
The attorney for the now former City of South Fulton police officer Milton Myrie says all his client wanted to do was go to work.
It's not an uncommon experience in the workplace, unfortunately.
Attorney Arnold Lozana says when Myrie showed up at the police department in December 2020 to sign his offer letter, he was quickly told to cut off his locks, a hairstyle often worn by people of African and Caribbean descent.
It's an important part of their faith that solidifies a spiritual connection between him and his family and their God.
Lozana says his client did as he was told, but then reportedly noticed women at the department wearing locks. Myrie resigned. This week, his attorney filed a lawsuit against the city, citing unlawful discrimination on the basis of religion and sex. In the complaint, the attorney states that the city violated the Crown Act. The ordinance prohibits discrimination based on protective and cultural hairstyles. In a statement, the City of South Fulton officials stated in part, quote, "It's essential to note that our city is dedicated to upholding the principles outlined in the Crown Act, and we are committed to fostering an inclusive and non-discriminatory environment for all employees." Tuesday, I spoke with Representative Kim Schofield. She spearheaded the Crown Act bill.
They didn't hire him for his looks. They hired him to do his job. And natural hair does not infringe upon you or anyone that can do their job.
Now, we did reach out to Milton Myrie for comment, but we were told that his attorney would speak on his behalf for this report. As for the lawsuit, the City of South Fulton now has 30 days to respond. We're live here in the City of South Fulton tonight. Audrey Washington, Channel 2 Action News.
And we have more details about non-discrimination ordinances found around Metro Atlanta. DeKalb County implemented a ban in July protecting hairstyles associated with race, gender, or cultural identity. Fulton County put the Crown Act in place in March. Gwinnett County's policy went into effect in 2021, and Cobb County updated its no harassment, no discrimination policy in 2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard the video. You know, it's a shame, because this particular cop, Myrie, he moved his family from New York to Georgia to take this job. And nothing was said to him until the first day that he was starting on the job, on this particular police force, South Fulton. Then they said something to him. So it was not an easy decision. And he said he felt pressured to cut his hair. And he had just relocated. So he went ahead and did it. After he did, he saw female officers with locks, and nothing was being said to them. Nothing. This is not the first story I've done on this. There was a New Jersey cop that went through the same thing, and she is also suing the police department that she was with. And I did that video a few months ago, and same thing happened to her. She came in there with Bantu knots. She had her hair in locks, and she had put her hair in Bantu knots and went to work, and they hassled her over her hair. So, and it doesn't seem to matter that there's a Crown Act in place. Our people are still being harassed over our natural hair. So just take notice. They don't care about laws. They don't. And they never will. But when it comes down to laws, they don't hesitate to get in our faces babbling about the law. And they themselves sit around ignoring laws all the time, do it all the time. And as you can see, it's not just our kids catching hell, it's also the adults on these jobs still catching hell over their hair. And it shouldn't be this way. So, what are the politicians going to do now that you see you got citizens that are blatantly ignoring the Crown Act, which is law in many places now? So, what are they going to do? What are they going to do to these people that are refusing to follow the law? So, whenever you see this, yes, you sue, but your politicians, it's up to them to step in and make sure the Crown Act is honored and nobody discriminates. So, y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.